Hello, my ninjas. This guide will show you how to use the Kodama transformation scrolls. The Kodama transformation scroll reads, when used, these scrolls temporarily transform you into a Kodama, causing enemies to ignore you. The jutsu cost is extremely low at a zero point 0.3, with the total amount preparable regardless of jutsu cost being a total of 8. This jutsu is on the medium side of the fast casting animations as a self buff jutsu, which can be further sped up with the ninjutsu's enlightenment mystic skill art. This can be used when the player is out of key. However, due to the fact that it does not inherently affect enemies and the fact that enemies will not ignore you if they are already engaged in combat with you and detecting you, using this will be effectively a waste and is not a recommended way to use these. While the Kodama transformation is effectively the sneak thief scroll, but the stealth is not based on time, but is immediately broken if the player moves from the location of where they cast it. These are primarily for in place of the sneak thief scroll when an enemy or enemies are programmed to patrol a route where the player can transform and the enemy will pass the player, allowing them to potentially get past enemies. The only additional benefit is that the Kodama transformation provides is that enemies will not detect the player if they happen to make contact with them, as you just saw. After an extremely long span of contemplation and research, the only other practical use I believe that these could be used for is for multiplayer, where players are able to allow their teammates to fight solo if they desire, as, unlike Sneak Thief, the Kodama transformation does not have a time limit. It does not also require the player to also either require the catwalking scroll or to move slowly to avoid detection, both of which can still be ineffective if, through the course of battle, the enemy brushes up against the player. As you can see, when I combined this with the Sneak Thief scroll and I got hit by a stray attack, it did not break the Sneak Thief effect. This is the reason why I did not couple this jutsu with the catwalking and sneak thief jutsu in that video. But as mentioned, the Kodama transformation did not prevent me from being hit by a stray attack. However, the cases where this jutsu does not work or is not effective are in boss or areas or scroll missions, or if hitting a named enemy. And lastly, canine enemies can still sniff the player out if they get too close, regardless if they're camouflaged, have the sneak thief effect active, or are in a smoke screen.